Well, the Florida humidity certain to be a factor in this one. There's no other way to say it, really. It is hot. It is humid here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Certainly happy to have you along. Chase McLaughlin has it on the tee, and off we go here in Tampa. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The first carry now. This is Williams. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
To throw, here's Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Nix once more. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage. Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Nix. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now a 2nd and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here's Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 right at the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9. Palmer going in motion right. Now Mayfield. That's complete to Palmer. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They go play action. Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Mayfield looks to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 35 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On the counter, here's Williams. Sheds off the tackle. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Working out of the gun is Nix. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
Nix to the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air with Nix. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Cortland Sutton, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this out to the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 26. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And Otton picks up a first down, and he's hoping to take the next step here in year 3 after setting new career highs in practically every major category a season ago.
In motion left, Godwin. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
White. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Mayfield to throw it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And it's caught. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. They'll bring a tight end in motion. They'll run for it. This is White. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. That's into the hands of Reynolds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's a 2nd and 5. To throw is Nix. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Nix from the shotgun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. He finds his man, complete. It's Reynolds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Nix. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw, here's Nix. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Here's Mayfield. That's complete to White. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got Otten. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer from 8 yards out. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Targets and finds Reynolds once more. Evades the tackler and now some space. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Josh Reynolds, 39 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 83 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing Nix. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Nix to the air. He'll drop this down to Williams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Short throw caught by Dulcich. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. They'll roll him out right. Runs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it, because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing, Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Broncos coming out now. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Joe Tryon there to make the tackle.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
To throw is Nix. And it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback. And you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So Mayfield and the Bucs down 31-28. A minute 53 remaining. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. That's complete to Otten. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side.
I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Here's Baker. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here we go, 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and goal. Mayfield to throw. Flushed out right. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They're going. It's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave from the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. This for all the marbles. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.